What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another random horror review. I am your host, Mood616, and thank you once again for stopping in, guys. Yes, episode 84 is finally here, and I know it's been a while since I've done a random horror review, but I am back. And I am back with another film from the film Detective. I think my last video was actually The Vampire Bat, which was like a month ago or something like that. But I am back with another one here. And yeah, man, this is one I've actually never seen before, so this was actually a first-time watch for myself. From 1974, we got a film called Voodoo Black Exorcist. Yes, and I was super excited because generally the film Detective, they like to restore public domain films from kind of like the golden age, or mostly black and white films, so I wasn't expecting one this new to come from the film Detective, but that's always very cool. As we know, there's lots of public domain films that came from, even this age also. So that's very cool to see, from what I've read up, a decent transfer, because, well, apparently all the other public domain were full frame and just really, really crappy PQs and stuff. So, but they did a good job of the PQ on this. But getting into the synopsis of this one, basically we have a little bit of a backstory. We have this voodoo priest and his mistress. They are killed by her husband. She is decapitated in this like ceremonial ritual type deal for, cheating on him and stuff. And he is mummified and, basically sent to eternal damnation for forever kind of thing, right? Jump forward like 1,000 years into the future, where this kind of archaeologist, this doctor, he's studying mummification and, ancient mummies and things like that. And they've exhumed this tomb, which has now found its way upon this Caribbean ocean liner, I guess, heading back to America to study it and stuff like that. But of course, the voodoo priest gets resurrected, and he starts a surgence of revenge upon this this ocean liner, or this cruise, by decapitating people. And now he's on the lookout for his previous wife, Kenya, or mistress Kenya, and stuff. So that is the synopsis of the film. My thoughts on this one. Now, when I first started watching this film, it instantly reminded me of if you took like the Horror Express and mixed it with like a blaxploitation film. You kind of have a general idea of what you're getting yourself into with this one. And what I mean by blaxploitation is because it's mostly set like in the Caribbean and stuff like that. There's, it just has that feel of a blaxploitation type film. And of course, the storyline is very similar to the Horror Express. So right there, I was kind of like, oh yeah, that's kind of interesting. But if you guys watch my channel or listen to podcasts and stuff, I love horror films that are set on boats. And this is awesome because I always feel like when films are set on boats, there's this like impending doom. There's nowhere to go. If it got real crazy on there, what do? Everyone jump into a lifeboat? Didn't work so well for the people on the Titanic, but anyways, this one right here, it's a fun film. It's a little bit clunky. The story's a little bit clunky. Right from the start, you're kind of going, what's going on? And then it kind of jumps in the future, and you're like, is this the same time period and stuff? Like, it's very kind of awkward and very clunky. The editing's very choppy and stuff like that. And it has that very low budget type feel to it and stuff like that. But, it's overall not a bad film. I will say the storyline, I guess, has been done, things like that, but that wasn't really a big problem for me. Films like this are funny. It's a Spanish film, and it's completely dubbed in English, so I can never tell if the acting is on point or way off and stuff like that. The lead actor in this film, I guess he was involved with the Man with No Name trilogy. He was a stuntman, or he even had small parts in that whole trilogy, so apparently he's known from there. I don't remember him from those films. I've seen them before, but apparently this is a very, different role. Like, having a leading role was very different for him, so, but that's kind of cool. But, the overall storyline in the film where he's going around decapitating people, I just wanted a little bit more. That was kind of my main gripe with this film. I like the premise of it. He's going around and he's like this voodoo priestess who, when he's in his tomb and stuff, he's all mummified and stuff, but then he kind of transforms into this, there's a supernatural element to it where he transforms into this big kind of bald, hulky type, Stone Cold Steve Austin type character. It's actually quite really strange, but I just wanted a little bit more decapitations and killings and stuff. I don't think they utilized that part of the film, that part of the storyline enough in this film. He did a couple and stuff, and the heads looked all right, and the gore wasn't too bad actually for how low budget the film was. I just wanted a little bit more. And with that said, the first half of the film I thought was okay. It was pretty good. The second half, with it not being so bad, it was very odd. it was a very, very strange film. The way the story develops and where it goes, I thought was very odd. I've never seen a mummy film like this before. It's not your typical type mummy film. Definitely not. I'm not going to give any details away what happens in the second half of the film, but it's very strange and odd. I just wasn't expecting to go there. And I was like, you know what? That's actually really damn cool. You know, it's different, you know. So, you know, overall, it's a fun film. It does have problems in the script and stuff. And I know that the scriptwriter actually worked on like a bunch of other I know he worked with Sergio Martino and things like that, and but you know, this script definitely is not his best. It's, like I said, a little bit clunky. The editing's off, you know, you can tell, sometimes you can tell the acting's bad even though it's dubbed and stuff, like I said, but you know, effects wise, not too bad, but overall, not a bad watch. I'm gonna give this one about 6 out of 10. And the actual Blu-ray from the Film Detective, pretty decent actually, not a bad Blu-ray transfer. You know, it's a little bit dull in the colors and stuff, but at least it's in 2.351. So it's in widescreen. Looks pretty good. The print that they found wasn't too bad. It wasn't all scratched up and hacked up and stuff. So it's definitely watchable. The audio is pretty good on this too. No special features on here to speak of, but I do recommend this one. The title, Voodoo Black Exorcist, it's a little bit misleading actually, because you know, you're kind of thinking this one's going to be like a voodoo exorcism type. It's kind of weird. It does have a supernatural type element to it, like I said, but it's an oddball film. It really is odd where it goes. So, but I do recommend this one. Check this one out from the Film Detective, and yeah, another gem from 1974. Man, 1974 is a great year, a really, really damn good year. Yeah, good stuff right here. So yeah, give it a shot. And that's going to do it for the review, guys. Check you guys in episode 85, which will be coming pretty soon. Just have to get to the review, basically. So I will check you guys later. And as usual,